Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we will share the story plot from a horror movie called It Follows. Due to some vulgar scenes in it, this movie is for adults only. If you haven't watched the movie yet, spoiler alert. The story begins with a young woman who looks confused and terrified. She walks around her house and not long after, she gets back into the house. A moment later, she leaves the house and drives to the beach. It looks as if she is trying to escape from something scary. At the beach, she calls her family, tells them how much she loves her father and mother. In the morning, the young woman found dead with her leg broken and twisted. The story then continues with Jay, a high school student who lives with her sister and mother. One day, she goes on a date with her new boyfriend, Hugh. While in the movie theater, Hugh points out a young girl in yellow dress at the back of the theater. But when Jay says that she cannot see the girl, Hugh becomes anxious and asks to leave. On another date, Hugh and Jane finally get down to business in Hugh's car. But afterwards, Hugh incapacitates Jay with chloroform. Jay is unconscious. She wakes up tied to a wheelchair in an old abandoned building. Hugh explains that she will be pursued by an evil supernatural entity. Only Jay and Hugh can see this evil entity. This evil entity finally appears in the shape of a woman wearing nothing at all. If this evil manages to catch Jay, it will kill her and come back to pursue the previous person. It appears that Hugh is under some sort of demon curse, in which an evil entity will come to him and tries to kill him. The only way to pass on this demonic curse is to have intercourse with someone else. The evil will only walk towards its target, it will not run. So the key to survive from this evil is to keep running. Hugh drives Jay home, drops her in front of her house and flees. Jay's friend called the police, but they cannot find the naked woman or Hugh. That guy was living under a false identity and ran a house outside town. The next day at school, Jay sees an old woman in a hospital gown walking towards her. The old woman is invisible to others. Only Jay can see her. She finally managed to escape. Jay's sister, Kelly, and her friends, Paul and Yara, agreed to help and spend the night in Jay's house. That night, someone smashes the kitchen window. Paul investigates but sees no one. Inside the house, James sees a disheveled, urinating, half-naked woman walking towards her. She runs upstairs to the others, but her friends cannot see this evil entity. The evil spirit changes form to a tall man, then enters the bedroom. Jay flees the house and runs away to nowhere. The key to survive is to keep running away. Her friends catch up to her at a nearby playground, and with the help of their neighbor, Greg, the group tries to track down Hugh. His real name is Jeff Redman. Jay and her friends trace him to his address. Jeff explained that the entity began pursuing him after a one-night stand, and that Jay can pass it on by having intercourse with someone else. Greg drives Jane, Kelly, Yara, and Paul to his family's lake house, and he teaches Jay to shoot a revolver gun. While the group are having a relaxed time at the beach, the evil entity arrives in the form of Yara and attacks Jay. Paul tries to hit it with a chair, but he is thrown away by the devil. Jay takes the gun from the tool shack and shoots it, but this evil revives again and keeps chasing Jay. It changes form to a boy who lives next door to Jay. Jay escapes and flees in Greg's car. Unfortunately, she crashes into a cornfield and wakes up in a hospital with a broken arm. Jay decides to pass the curse on to Greg, and the two are shagging on the hospital bed. Greg does not believe that the evil entity exists. A few days later, Jay sees the entity in form of Greg walking towards Greg's house. It smashes a window at Greg's house and enters. Jay tries to warn the real Greg by phone, but he does not answer. She runs into the house and finds the entity in the form of Greg's mother. When Greg opens the door, the evil jumps right at him. The evil entity kills Greg, which means it will return to chase Jay again. Jay then flees by car and spends the night outdoors. On a beach, James sees three young men on a boat. She takes off her clothes and walks into the water. Jay decides to pass on the evil curse to those three men. Back at home, Paul, who has been in love with Jay since long, eager to take the risk, he offered James the opportunity to pass the curse on to him, but Jay refuses. The group then planned to kill this entity by luring it into a swimming pool and dropping electrical devices into the water. They want to electrocute this demon. Jay waits in the pool. Finally, she spots the entity, who has taken the appearance of her deceased father. Instead of entering the pool, it throws the devices at her. Kelly is smart enough to cover the entity with a sheet, and Paul managed to shoot it in the head, and the evil spirit falls into the pool. The devil pulls Jay under the water. Paul shoots again and hit him right in the head. Jay managed to escape. She approaches the pool and sees it filling with blood. Finally, Jay and Paul agree to let go their steamy desires and make love. That night, Paul drives through town looking for prostitutes. This is the only way to survive. Paul has to constantly passing the curse to prostitutes. Later, Jay and Paul walk down the street holding hands, and a figure of a man suddenly walks behind them. The evil entity will keep returning and hunts Paul, and he must keep on passing the curse on to others. Forever. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. More scary plot stories are coming.